Today's video is very special. It is a guided meditation which will show you what you are beyond mind. It will help you to start to notice the place from where you see mind arise and subside. That place is entirely free from any relationship with the mind. It is not bothered by the mind. It is not suffering the mind. And so it is a guided meditation that will ease you into seeing this. Even after today's video, after you've sat through it and really allowed this guidance to point you to that space that I'm talking about, I want you to practice this every day. Once you understand this principle, this questioning process, you can practice this when you're meditating. You can practice this during any idle moment of the day. Stay consistent with this. If you struggle with compulsive thinking and mind identification, it will really help you. Here it goes. This talker that is always arising, always talking about your story, about what's working out for you or what's not working out for you, whether this practice is hard or difficult, even creating ideas about what it will be looking like and the experience will be like when it starts to succeed. Don't identify with this talking. This talker, although intimate, is not you. It is also observed by you to change. It's observed as a changeful experience. During this period of devotion to yourself, don't unconsciously attribute your sense of self to this talking, which is a changeful experience. Just consider what is more true than even this talking. What's more intimate to you than the talking that is arising in the head? It is the knowing of it. You can only talk about it. You can only share that thoughts were happening because there's a knowing of thoughts. The knowing of thoughts is not talking. The knowing of the talking is not talking. Are you not already the knower of your talking? That's a wonderful discovery. Are you not already that which sees this talking? As what do you know this mental talking? Are you the knower of the mental talking? Are you also just a mental talking? In other words, you, the knower of thought, are you also a thought? Even that which says yes or no, or starts creating a whole narrative about what I am and what I am not, is that also not just thought known? So, one of the very simple yet very profound discoveries we are making here is that you are already knowing the experience from a place which is subtler than the thinking that's appearing and disappearing, arising and subsiding. I see the thinking, which appears to be my voice, right? It's like me talking. But even this intimate thinking, I see as a changeful experience, therefore at a distance. And even more than that, we are seeing that thoughts cannot arise without the knowing of them. The moment the thought has arisen, it is known. Because of the capacity to know, it has been known. And so we are discovering that I am this very seamless, effortless knowing. Because I'm not doing anything to know thinking. I'm not making any effort to know thinking. I'm not maintaining the knowing of thinking. I just know. But as what do I know? That is an important question because am I that which knows my experience? Am I the thinking? Am I a thought? Well, we just did a very sort of clear seeing that, right? I cannot be a thought because I know thought as a changeful experience. I am the seer of thought. We'll see what else is there in experience. Sensations, emotions, feelings, which really could all be just put in one compartment. Call them all sound sensations. It's not important what we call them. But am I the knower of thought, the knower of experience? Am I a sensation? Am I knowing as a sensation? Not exactly, right? Because like the same rule applies. I seamlessly, effortlessly know sensation as a changeful experience. Doesn't matter how intimate sensations are, still more intimate than them is the knowing of them, the awareness of them. So, am I present as sense perception? Am I the hearing, the tasting, the touching, the smelling, the seeing, or even their objects? So, am I the objects that the eyes see? Am I the sounds that the ears hear? Am I the food that the tongue tastes? Same rule applies here. See that you are aware of all of these things as a changeful experience effortlessly. You're not maintaining that. You're not doing something in order to be aware of these things as a changeful experience. That is already the case. And even now that we've been now the discussion is getting a little more wordy, right? And maybe now once again the mental talking has started in greater capacity, talking about who am I, who I am not. But once again, there is a seamless knowing of this talking, awareness of this psychological chatter. That is what we are noticing. The awareness, which is most intimate, and just here. It's not something being done. So, one of the main elements of the meditation practice is just be still, don't touch, meaning don't care so much about the sense perceptions, the feelings, the thoughts. Because when we're just playing around with them, identifying with them, we keep taking these changeful experiences to be the ultimate, the real. And we take ourselves to be just a bundle of these changeful experiences. When we talked about in the beginning that today, like, when we're here, let this be a period of devotion to the self. We are fasting from associating this sense of self or knowing or being or awareness with objects. In this moment, when we stop being so stimulated by just the objects of our sense perceptions, and when we stop being so immersed in the thinking, which is judging and interpreting the objects of the sense perceptions, then we start to get to know how I am already prior to these changeful experiences, that I am not these changeful experiences. So when we're here together, what we are doing is, rather than attributing significance to the changeful experience which is known, because we do that all day, that's, here, what we're doing is we are shifting our interest, our acknowledgement, our noticing to the knowing in which the changeful experiences appear. Rather than being immersed in the objects that I know, I'm becoming interested in and noticing I, the one that knows. Whatever thinking may be arising right now, and it's saying maybe I'm confused, or I really get this, or I'm getting a lot out of this, or I'm getting nothing out of this, or I love this, I hate this. Consider again, are you this thinking? Or are you the knowing in which this thinking is appearing? You see, this thinking, this thinker is always in some sort of conflict, whether it's with other people or situations and circumstances, with the body, with emotions, with spiritual practice, with thoughts. This thinker is always in some sort of trouble, some sort of problem. Are you the thinker, which is so involved in these pursuits? Do I, that which knows my experience, that which knows the thinking, am I in any conflict? Am I frustrated? Am I angry? Am I unhappy? So, as we practice this, we come to see that, like, I'm just living and experiencing from the perspective of the thinking. I take myself to be the thinking and the image that it paints of who I am and what the world is like. And I live through that. But this thinking that is appearing is not what I am. The image that this thinking is painting of the person I am and who I used to be and who I want to become and what I like and don't like, this image is not what I am. This teaching so beautifully helps us by revealing to us that, firstly, I am not this. And second, that I don't have to identify with this. Otherwise, throughout our whole lives, we didn't know anything other than the thinking and the sensations that I take myself to be. And that's why we have a little bit of a hard time with this, is because when this teaching appears in our experiences, we don't know anything else. We take that to be the only way. We take that to be what I am. And because there's such a great sense of self invested in it, importance invested in it, reality invested in it, we have a hard time letting go. But we can outgrow this fear. We can outgrow this attachment to concepts, to ideas, by seeing myself simply as I am in this moment. All I know about myself is I am, and I know. The only thing I can say for certain is that I am the knower of experience. Just by noticing that I am the knower of experience and that I am not the experience that is known, such as the sense perceptions, the sensations, the thoughts, and the ideas they paint. I am slowly reclaiming myself. So next time you find yourself maybe frustrated or confused, resistant, fearful, question, investigate, observe. Are you this thinking which is frustrated? Are you this thinking which is fearful? Are you this thinking, this thinker, which is doubtful, confused, resistant? Consider, are you the knower of the thinker, frustrated or doubtful, resistant, fearful? In any moment when you clearly notice yourself as only the knower of experience, your frustration cannot last. Because it needs identification, it needs belief. It needs your sense of self or self-identification for its own perpetuation, for its life. You are the life that it feeds on. Your belief is the life that it feeds on. I hope that this video helped you tremendously. If you want to go deeper into this teaching, I have 2 free resources available for you right now. One is my self-inquiry guide. It is a PDF document that you can download for absolutely free. I'll link it down below in the description. Along with that, I also have a self-inquiry mini course, which comes together with my free community. All you have to do is click the link in the description box below, join the group, and you will get access to the community and the mini course inside of our classroom tab. So please take advantage of those resources. They will really help you go deeper into this practice, especially if you're new to this and you're trying to stay consistent with this for 30 days. Now, as you're going through this, if you are struggling and you need further guidance and additional support, then learn more about my School of Awakening program and community. That is where we do weekly meetings, we do Q&As, we do guided meditations. It is a wonderful community program with a day-by-day course that will help you build consistency and clarity. It is absolutely phenomenal, and best of all, you can join for a very affordable monthly fee. I'll link that down below as well if that interests you. I want to thank you for watching today's video. I really hope that it helps you. Stay consistent with it, and I will see you next time.